a new tell-all book about the Aussie band Silverchair.
Yeah.
It's going to be released in September called Love and Pain, but the lead singer, Daniel Johns, was not involved in the writing process.
No. So this was Ben and Chris, the other two members of Silverchair. They've put together this book. I'm not sure how much you know about Silverchair and Daniel Johns, but last year he released a podcast on Spotify where he talked about a whole bunch of his struggles, his experiences, his career. He also released a new album last year, and he also had an art exhibition, which was kind of like all of his memorabilia, that was hosted in Melbourne. He did make some comments about his time in Silverchair and his thoughts on the other two boys. This book, I think, is going to be an attempt for the other two, Chris and Ben, to have their side of the story.
Because he's been getting all the press, hasn't he? The podcast you were talking about, it was excellent. It was called Who is Daniel Johns? But in that, Daniel Johns said his bandmates felt abandoned by his decision to quit Silverchair to pursue other projects. So is that the main issue?
I think so. And then I think also too, he did an interview while promoting the album last year, and Daniel Johns said some pointed statements about he knew what jealousy looked like and he'd been close to it, and the other two boys, they've kind of stepped back from the limelight, and they never really were front and centre throughout it all, and never courted the publicity in the way that Daniel Johns did. And I think this book is probably them getting together and saying, hey, there's three sides.
You know, it's such a regular occurrence when bands break up and there's a bit of animosity there. It's such a shame because they're such an iconic Aussie band as well. Daniel Johns, you're saying he had an album that came out. Is he up to anything with any projects at the moment? Is he touring or
no? Not doing anything
quiet?
really. He's like low key. He's had his run-ins with the law. He had another one last year. I think he is just laying low. He's spoken a lot about how there's sort of like there's the art and the artist, and him trying to, balance the two and where they coexist, and what people expect from him, and what his own internal demons are.
Smallzy, great to chat. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Smallzy on Nova's Radio. Smallzy Surgery is the show.